Log number 77,331. Things started a bit slow in the Awakened Lounge, as half of our beloved crew waited with bated breath to see what had become of Christine and friends. Junior was particularly shaken. Apparently he wasn't taking the sudden appearance of his last murder victims terribly well.
Hey, welcome back. Looks like it's wow, what happened to you? Wow, you look like you've seen a ghost.
I think I did.
Pardon?
The Forts family, the Forts, they're in the game.
All right. Miss Forks, her family.
Her family is in the game. Yes. And you know how that goes. That's not gonna. Oh Christ.
All right.
It sounds like a reflection to me.
Right.
Quite.
Right.
But it's so real. It comes off so real.
That is the idea. Yes.
Okay. That doesn't. They're probably real to her.
Well, unfortunately, as they have not come back yet, we have no way of finding that out for sure.
But as things have proven time and time again, I mean, she's probably gonna be fine. I guarantee it.
Perhaps, yes.
Anyway.
All right.
Oh.
We're back.
Oh thank God.
Welcome back, Mr. Reed.
Yeah. Thanks. Christine, why don't you just kind of sit down for a bit?
Yeah, that'd be better.
Yeah.
And if I may, yes, what exactly happened with Tommy?
Oh.
Yes.
Shit. Right. Here, hold on. Let me help you out there, buddy. Just.
Did you really just notice that?
Yeah, I was kind of distracted.
All right there, Mr. Gwendolyn.
Ow.
I'm sorry. Sorry, bud.
Oh, it's okay. That's how it goes when that happens.
Yeah.
Yes. Strings are a nasty business.
All right. So a lot of things happened. Not sure how to address it all, but
Well, we heard a little bit about the reflections.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reflections, because that was fun.
it was not. It was not fun. None of that was fun.
I mean, just first off with it, a murder god made the Christine's kids the murderers, killed her husband.
Oh, she did.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was fun. A lion got hit by a car, and a rat shot Grace. It's fine.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So, a rat shot Grace. I'm sorry,
Yep.
Grace. Something happened. A lion got run, and she did what with
Yeah,
Kristen?
Don't. Yeah.
They
it's-
were.
Well, Vincent, I think you've learned a lesson there.
Grace, whatever the fuck kind of cryptic bullshit that you're trying to pull on me today, it's not gonna happen.
I mean, don't dismiss every possibility.
Sorry for not wanting to kill some kids. Okay?
I mean, they were just reflections at the end of the day.
Oh my god.
Does
Can
that
we
really
can we
make-
just get to the drinks part? Let's just get to the drinks part.
All right.
It's like I love our stupid little banter. Trust me, I do, but I'm not feeling it.
Forgive me.
speaking-
Business with kids is just never nice with me.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Was this
Uh,
Apple Tiny?
Someone want to help Percy out there?
Appletini, Mr. Blackwood.
Sounds tasty.
Junior, anything?
I'm still kind of. What? Okay. Yeah, nothing. Some water. Just water.
Water. Christine?
Is there any whiskey?
There's tons.
Just a glass.
Got you covered. All right. Let's try to just relax a little bit before the bitch shows up again. Because by this point, it should be any minute now.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Enjoy that.
Yeah, I would say in about 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
2,
what?
1, 1.
Sure.
Cool,
that's-
we got extra time. Let's get this going.
Right.
A little weird, not gonna really worry about it though, because fuck.
I mean, honestly, I'm taking it at this point.
Is someone
Yeah.
else supposed to carry the towel?
I mean, after what you did, are you sure?
Oh shit, right, I should probably. Yeah, so I may have shot her again.
Y'all did what?
Oh, really now? You're making that a habit.
Why do you keep?
Are you complaining?
She deserved it. She was gonna make Christine shoot her family.
Exactly. She broke the rules. So, I got a little angry, and now I kind of have an empty gun at the moment until it fills back up again, which it usually does.
Empty.
Yeah, I may have unloaded a little bit.
How many?
Well, it's a 6-shooter, so 6.
Well then. Impressive.
That I can pull a trigger? Yeah, sure, I guess.
No, I mean impressive the fact that you're still standing here unharmed.
Yeah, I guess that too. That's actually kind of a worry. She just kind of slunk off out of nowhere. But regardless, she should be back by now, I think.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
3, 2, 1.
Where is she?
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Y'all didn't actually kill.
Did they actually think that stupid countdown was going to work? Ugh, how inconsiderate. As I mentioned last time, apparently the Void felt 6 bullet wounds was a fair price for my little cheating escapade. And I suppose, given the rules, I'm not free from consequences. But also it hurt like a bitch, and it's not fair! Regardless, it meant I was out of the game for a bit. And unfortunately, I don't get sick days. So the gang was stuck with my scenario template and the recordings I'd thrown together in case of emergency. Scenario 1. Insert scenario name here. Welcome to insert place here, insert description of place here. Tip: rule of 3 works well for comedic effect. You are all, insert flavor text half the players will ignore here. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Wait, what's going on?
I beg your pardon?
What?
Everyone else is seeing this, right?
I'm
Yes,
seeing
Mr. Gwendolyn, yes.
Entitled reference.
Okay.
So I guess that's that guy. Thing.
Ah.
Is it just floating there?
Is it?
I think so.
Why is it holding its arms out like that?
I'm gonna try touching it. Oh!
Careful.
I am very confused.
Reminder, if somebody misses their cue, move on to the next person. Untitled reference 2.
Insert introduction here.
Oh boy.
Hello?
Hi?
Insert response.
Okay.
Listen, I know it's a bit confusing, but I didn't exactly have a choice. The Awakened still did their best with what they had, sussing out quickly that Untitled Reference 2 was a murderer. A few minutes later, Vinny outed himself without much prompting, something about not wanting to bother if no one wanted to play the game. And go figure, nobody did. Which, of course, wrote me into a corner. So, freshly healed, I decided to stomp on down there to give them a piece of my mind. What the fuck? Could you at least finish the fucking scenario? God damn! Great, cool. All my references are gone. You couldn't even be bothered to just play the fucking game. I thought I could trust you guys. What the fuck?
I mean, technically,
But
we did play it.
Fine.
You all...
Can I help you?
Are you alright?
No, I'm not. Let's go back to the lounge since you fuckers can't be bothered to finish the game properly and make it interesting for the audience.
Alright. So I'm just gonna say it. The fuck was that?
Well, I don't know, Vinny. You tell me. You're the one that shot me 6 fucking times.
Oh, fucking boo-hoo. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, listen.
Like, I mean, gee, I never would have, I would never fucking feel the same pain as you. Ah, God.
All I'm trying to explain is when somebody fucking shoots me 6 times after I admittedly bent some rules, these things linger, and I have to take some time away. So you got stuck with the form.
Right.
What is with you all? I thought you'd be happy. Really, basically, you all got a fucking break. What are you complaining about?
What are we complaining about? What are we complaining about? Yes, I'm going to get the list.
What?
What?
Hey!
There we go.
Oh boy.
That's a lot of paper.
Doc's about ready to have another episode.
Well, in which case, allow me to contribute to said list. Here's a problem I've been having for a long time. Your unsenseless torture. Now, I admit, at times it is justified, like when I've metagamed and broke the rules, yes. But you haven't been following your own rules recently, have you? Like Tommy, Christine.
Okay, now that is not being fair. They hurt me first.
And how would you say they hurt you?
I asked for kind words, and Tommy said fuck you to my face. If he was going to word his feedback, he could have done so in a more, civilized manner, but he didn't. Why the fuck are you laughing?
So being mean is a violation of the rules now.
Yeah, you know, you could stand to be a little more polite. I just feel like if we're talking in a formal forum with forms, maybe he could be a little nicer. There were forms.
You know what? If being mean is a violation, if you're breaking the rules by being mean, let me go ahead and load the fucking gun again.
No, stop that! First of all, you don't have any bullets right now. They take some time. If they're gonna be stuck in me, then they're not going back in your fucking gun. Anyway, and as for Christine, well, same thing. Listen, she's the one that took everything entirely off the rails. There has to be recompense for that.
So, my fault.
Yes, but it's okay. Well, we'll get back to that. Let me get back to this whole concept that apparently my meanness is listen, it's different, okay? I have feelings that can be hurt, okay? You couldn't possibly understand how hard it is to run this shit, okay? It is extremely complicated, and frankly, I think you could all stand to be a little more patient.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
I mean, being patient? You're just making up new rules to fill
No, I'm
things
not.
in. Well, being mean's now against the rules, yet the rules of giving us titles and roles to play you're barely even following.
Excuse me?
Well, you made a big point of all the different roles and titles that you give us. I mean, you call Percy the Dreamer, he's supposed to be creating all this stuff, and Grace a detective to solve all this, and me a stalwart to protect people and help people, but you push us aside, hurt us unnecessarily, and just don't let us do any of that.
I'm sorry, do you actually think any of those things are useful?
Well, I
You're
mean,
pawns.
When you put them your way you do within your rules.
I'm sorry, Stalwart. What were you expecting to be able to do? Were you going to protect people with your skinny cancer arms? Or I don't know, let's see here. Grace, you don't even want to be a detective. Surely you've realized that the names just sound fancy, right?
When have I ever said that? Oh, never mind.
So yet here we are, you being mean to us again against your own rules apparently now.
Because you're sitting there trying to poke holes into the plot.
It's not poking holes
I
in the
thought the
plot.
saying was poke holes into the bear.
Listen, I'm not always mean. I was nice to Percy that one time.
Being nice once doesn't make you a good person. I mean, right, Percy?
Oh, please don't throw me into this. I really don't want to.
Percy, you're extremely quiet and I can't hear what you're saying over there.
Please, I really don't want to be part of this. Please don't throw me on.
I see.
But
Okay. So,
Percy, you know what? You seem to be experiencing some strange thing over there with your voice. So, you good now? You good now, Percy?
sorry about that. Is there something in this apple tiny thing?
Yes, it's actually just meant to
alcohol.
make you manly.
Yes.
At any rate, go on, Percy. You were saying.
Way to put me on the spot. I mean, I guess maybe you could learn to, I don't know, be a little nicer to the awakened and the souls.
Okay. Percy, please, I am fucking trying. You're the ones who haven't been working with me. If people had worked with me, we wouldn't be in this situation. But fine. Okay, Percy's complaining. Come on, Vinny, you got any more complaints? You always do.
Nah, I think I made my point about 6 bullets ago, but, I could poke more holes in your arguments if that's what you want.
Oh my god, fuck you. Okay, anybody else? Oh.
I've got the list!
Oh my god.
Oh, well,
Are those
this is gonna be good.
Are those the complaint forms?
Yes, you left them here, and I finally decided to use them now that I finally have enough room to write down every single thing you're doing poorly.
What the fuck?
Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Do you not have time? Are you just too lazy to hear them all? Should I narrow it down to one? Because apparently laziness is a theme with you.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Yeah, yes, like, oh no, Dr. McGillicuddy is probably a serial killer. You just are going to bring that up and then completely drop it. Like, you're just going to leave that go like it's nothing, and you build it up as this major factor. You make me question my existence, and then you just, ignore it like it meant nothing. What an incredibly lazy little thing to put together. Like, on the level of those titles that apparently mean nothing, does everything you create mean nothing?
Oh, fuck you. Okay, listen. It's complicated, okay? You all started poking at things that needed a bit more time, and I needed a cliffhanger. Listen, Christine and Junior weren't quite ready to wake up, and, so I figured, okay, I'll just produce a cliffhanger. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Dr. McGillicuddy. I may as well just bring it up with everyone else. If the plotline kept the audience attention and sowed some dissent between you all, I figured that would be good enough. I was working with what I had, okay?
Yeah, that sounds pretty lazy.
You see, Mr. Gwendolyn knows what's up.
You're not even part of the game, you know what? You don't get to use this.
I would say that's impressive, but there are about 90 more of those to go.
I'm just gonna go get another drink. Anyone else want anything? I'll be right.
Listen.
I do not want what he's having.
Listen.
Me neither.
I swear, it was going somewhere, okay? I had a plan, and it would have made perfect sense if somebody had actually shot the fucking gun when she was supposed to.
Oh, so because I didn't shoot, it's my fault.
Yes, actually, it is your fault. There was a plan. I had this whole plan to give you that revenge that you wished for, and then you decided to not take my gracious gift, and now here we are. Everything's fucked.
It's all fucked because I grew a conscience?
Conscience? Whose conscience are you so concerned about? Yours or his? Because I'm pretty sure we all know what Junior did to you was wrong. He hurt you. He hurt you bad. Now somebody has to pay the fucking price in some fashion, because otherwise there's no balance in this damn story.
Wait. So is that why you've been fucking with us? Is that why you've been fucking with him?
Well, yes and no. Part of it was because you've been really mean to me, and frankly, I think I deserve a little bit of recompense for that. You were really mean to a lot of people, so frankly, I think that was fair. But part of this was to fulfill your wish for revenge, because you wished for revenge against him. Part of it was because he left my little church, which, again, called for punishment. And, well, I'll admit a tiny bit of it was just because I thought it'd be funny.
Oh.
What's that, Junior? Did you say something? Come on, you get it, right? If I have to make you suffer for the Black Stars and Christine, I may as well make it fun for me and the audience. Really, I'm doing you a favor. You used to be such a good little soldier until you went and got mopey on me. I'm just trying to help you see the fun in it while I teach you a little lesson. Listen, everybody makes stupid mistakes when they're young. Yours just happened to include joining an Eldritch youth group, murdering 15-ish people, and then chickening out right when your career was looking up. It's absurd!
It was 19.
Excuse me?
It was 19. I remember exactly how many, and I'm pretty sure you remember exactly how many, and that's not a little mistake. That's making the same mistake 19 times.
Fuck. I realize with my wording, maybe... I'm so sorry, listen. Fuck. Okay, so, I was playing on your guilt back then, because that's the best way to punish you, because I can't really hurt you much physically, you're a fucking tank. But, I guess it's time to remind you, you don't have to feel guilty. I was willing to play on it, but you can let it go. I'm not saying 19 murders were mistakes. I'm saying giving up your career was a mistake. You were doing such a wonderful job.
So giving up my career as a murder. Did you actually think I was going to join back up with the Black Stars?
Well, I certainly hoped you'd get past this little rebellious phase. I know I went a little hard back there. My apologies. There did have to be some kind of punishment for you leaving and all, and like I said, guilt works well with you. But you have to understand that's all it was. And it's over now. See, I can be merciful.
Oh my god, you're doing it again. You're making really terrible things sound so normal.
I mean, it is normal. People die. Tragedies happen all the time. All I did was make those tragedies mean something. That's all you did.
Mean what? I was doing a good job making people miserable. For you who apparently just had a mother try to shoot her own family and watch them die. What was it? Oh, the third time? You're gonna do the same thing 3 times. That's really what we're gonna do. And I did all of it so blindly because I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. I am. I deserve that. I deserve all of this, but I don't get to say if any of these people I hurt deserved it, and I know for sure none of the people here deserve it.
You think they don't deserve to be here? You don't know why they're here. They all made a wish, same as you, and wishes come at a price.
How many fucking times do we have to pay that price? I mean, how many times have we all played this insane game of yours?
You'll play it as many times as it takes to finish the story, okay? Look, Vincent wished for an end to the war. Grace wished to be whole. Percy wished to see endless worlds. Christine Fortia wished for revenge. And Junior wished for... that's right. We haven't gotten to that yet, have we? We're still missing a piece of the story. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just snapped and I realized that may have confused you. Sorry, I've thrown off this whole lounge. Whoops. Alright, let me fix that. Let's get to finishing the story, shall we? With that, I kicked off the finale of this whole Grace Killer arc. The Starving Show, a completely original battle royale deep in the woods. There were 10 contestants. The Awakened, 3 terrified children, and of course, my beloved Stephen Cutter, all destined to fight to the death. But I couldn't just focus on murder. Nah, there's always gotta be some sort of twist. I laid out the metagame alongside the usual rules. Christine and Junior were my protagonists for the season, and I still had pieces of their stories to tell. So for every 2 contestants murdered, I would narrate another piece of the puzzle. Oh, and also, unlike with my murder games, this time the serious injuries would carry over into future games for the Awakened. Fun! Vincent quickly took charge, eager to just get it over with, and turned his sights on the sleepers. Stephen didn't take kindly to that, and teamed up with the kids to take down the soldier. The other Awakened did little to help their de facto leader, and so our hero was struck down and the game was on. The preliminary scuffles went on for a while, largely because over half of my contestants ran instead of playing the game. Tommy turned tail with Christine, trying to forage for berries due to some sort of reference. Junior also ran, determined to avoid any more bloodshed at his hands. The host did play along. Both her and the detective had been wary of Stephen for some time, and his murder of Vincent gave her a verdict. Stephen Cutter had to be stopped, and so she swung into a rage with an axe meant to get answers. She didn't find any, though she did lop off an arm. Meanwhile, Percy disguised himself as a tree. Okay, sure. The sleeper kids also ran. I can't believe a bunch of children weren't willing to play my murder game. But I had a story to tell, so I triggered an earthquake, crushing Jeremiah Flintlock before proceeding with the first part of our story tale. It is May 14th, 1996. Crickets chirp in the suburban lawns. Each identical house lies deep in slumber, though you can see a light on in your target's kitchen. Someone's up for a glass of water, probably. That's okay. They won't see you until it's too late. Junior, you crouch in the shadows, going over tools with a surgeon's precision. Rope, utility knife, a small bottle of gasoline, lighter, gun, silencer. A gun may seem a bit antithetical to the mysterious menace falling over the city vibe you've built, but it's quick, and there are kids. Isn't that right, Junior? Ah, Junior is silent. Okay, that's... There he is.
There were kids. I don't like having to deal with kids. I always think of it as it's the parents' fault. The kids wouldn't be in the situation if it wasn't for the stupid. But yes, I go.
You go? Why don't you tell me about your target, Junior?
Mark Forks has 2 kids, and he's a scientist. He's basically doing everything against the Black Stars. We couldn't let him keep doing that, now could we?
Yeah, that's right, you couldn't. A deserving target indeed. So you packed up, and you began your work. In through the window you went. Easy. It was already open to let in the spring breeze. The kids were first. A pillow over a small head, a muffled shot, a mess left behind for you to burn away later. From there you found Mark Forks in the kitchen. He proves more stubborn than you'd expect from a middle-aged scientist, fighting for his life and a family he believes to still be alive. Still, he's no match for you. His primal cry as you twist his arm behind his back is short-lived before the final shot rings out. An easy job. All that's left is to clean up. You douse the kitchen in gasoline, rummage through your pocket for your lighter. And that's when you spot an envelope on the table, addressed to a Mr. and Mrs. Forks. You freeze. Mark Forks does not have a wife. Oof, intense. From this point, things sped up a bit. Junior realized that if he wanted to get through this, he'd have to play along. And so he made quick work of Gale Pawthorne, snapping the boy's neck with ease. Grace continued her showdown with Stephen, finally sinking her axe into his chest and killing him. So I moved on to part 2. Christine Forks. You are roused from your slumber by a crash from downstairs. Panic surges through you as you hear Matthew shouting. Something is very, very wrong. You run on bare feet to your children's room, your thoughts half prayers in terror. Your prayers do nothing for the blood staining their sheets. You can't remember if you screamed or cried or simply stood numb. All of that would make sense, but this didn't make sense. This was impossible. A bad dream. They couldn't be dead because you had to take them to ice cream tomorrow. This couldn't be real. Matthew's cry from downstairs cuts off suddenly. It takes mere seconds to rush down the steps, but that is not enough. Your husband lies crumpled on the linoleum floor, unmoving. Above him, a monster struggles clumsily with a lighter. He's a foot taller than you and double your width and muscle, but that doesn't matter. You throw yourself at him with a scream, hot tears already blurring your vision. He drops the lighter, the room goes up in flames. But you're not thinking about that. You're not thinking about anything anymore. You are a snarling mass of rage and grief, grasping and striking at anything you can reach. Finally, in a wild lunge, you grab his mask and yank it away. For an instant, your eyes meet his. He's young, he's a person, and how can a person do this? You can't understand. You stumble back, slipping and falling under the kitchen table. And thank God, because that's the instant the ceiling caves in. Your world crumbles around you. Plates clatter and smash together, wood splinters and buckles, drywall turns to dust. And then you are alone again. You eventually pull yourself out of the rubble, battered, bruised, the smell of smoke swirling around you. Then you drop to your knees, sobbing. And that's where I found you. I don't think I need to go over this part again, but I must for posterity. I simply pointed out the obvious. How your god had failed you, how the world had failed you, how once again you were left crying alone. Really, I didn't even need to ask what you wanted. It was written all over your face. Remind me again. What exactly did you wish for, Christine Forks?
I wished for revenge. I prayed. I hoped that man, that thing would suffer for what he took away from me.
You wished for revenge over and over again. So you gave me your name. You took my hand. And that morning, the police only found 3 bodies amongst the rubble. The Awakened finally seemed to be catching on to how this story was meant to go. So Tommy and Christine prepared a trap meant for the final sleeper, the young Peter Bread. They took the child out as quickly and painlessly as they could, and from there it was an unfortunate standoff. Who would die first? Junior tried and failed to take out Grace, leaving Tommy to put an end to her with her own axe. And on we went to part 3. You run, Junior. You run as fast as your legs can carry you, uncaring that your clothes still reek of smoke. You run until you reach that little rec room where Daniel is waiting. You cut off the expected congratulations with the cold, hard fact. You killed the wrong family. You've hurt innocent people. And Daniel just smiles and says, "Congratulations on killing your first sheep."
It was a test. They were testing me. I've created stories and I'm the hero, but those aren't the only kind of stories. Humans are, or at least what they told me was that humans are weird. All they do is cause trouble, and by me coming in and doing all this, it made it make sense. That's everything belongs to the Black Stars, right? That's what they told me. Everything belonged to the Black Stars, and all I had to do was follow you and everything would make sense again. That's what they told me.
I'm so proud that you still remember your lessons. Good job, Junior. At any rate, you didn't take the news well. Your stomach rolls, you start to cough, and you weakly excuse yourself to the bathroom. There your cough continues, barely leaving space for your hyperventilating as you try to process. You were not the hero of this particular story, you were the villain, and if you were the villain here, then what about all the other victims? You cough as your mind reels. And then, finally, you spit black ichor into the sink. It splatters, stains the porcelain. You look up into the mirror, meeting horrified eyes rimmed with black veins. So you run again. You say nothing to Daniel and your chosen family. You abandon that whole confrontation for a backpack in the road. For 3 years you run, stopping here and there to take odd jobs where you can. A server, a lifeguard, bowling alley attendant. You seem to have taken every job at one point or another. But never for long. You start sketches of a life, doing your best not to get comfortable, because as soon as you do that, the starless night will close around you. But we both know you can't run from the sky. Eventually you're cornered, trapped in the attic of an abandoned house. There are men and women outside not even bothering to keep their voices down, black star tattoos unhidden and veins in their eyes. It's all over. You know it's all over. And so you aren't surprised when I come to visit.
It wasn't a big how to do. Just, you came, and I knew what you were there for. I knew exactly what you were there for. I just wish that I could be a better person the next time. And that's all I wanted.
Isn't that nice? What good intentions, being a better person. Well, I think there's a way you can do that. But of course, we have to finish this other story first. Indeed we did. My Awakened struggled a bit with the final set pieces. Apparently killing is a little harder when you know the consequences will linger. Christine tried to shoot Tommy, but Percy flung himself dramatically between them for some reason. The gunshot wasn't enough, however, forcing Tommy to literally axe another friend. Finally, Christine closed us out, shooting Tommy in the head and propelling us into our finale. So, we're back where we were supposed to be, back at the start. Are you happy now, Christine? This is what a conscience gets you. You could have just taken your revenge the first time, but no. You were too good to accept your own ugliness. So now we're back again, but with a whole trail of bodies behind you. I hope you're proud of yourself. At any rate, here we are, the inevitable conclusion. Your wishes will always lead here. facing each other down with guns in your hands. You get it, right? I must grant your wishes, and this cannot stop until I do. We will come back here over and over again until Christine Forks gets her revenge and Junior becomes his better self. 8 people have died for pieces of the story, and now I just need one more to complete it. So who's it gonna be? No volunteers? Okay, I'll just go down the line here. Let's start with you, Christine. You can still complete this circle. Take your revenge. Shoot him down. Deliver the justice he deserves. He needs it, you know. If he dies here, he'll have paid his price and he will be a better person for it. You'll fulfill both your wishes, and that'll be that.
Already. Fuck. Can't you see on his face? He's already suffered enough, and that's all I wanted. That was what the revenge was supposed to be. I just wanted him to regret what he did. God, that's all I wanted.
That's enough for you? It's not how this works. He took everything from you.
He didn't take away my future. I did that to myself.
Future? You don't have one. You have no future at all. You really think anything is waiting for you when you get back? There's nothing. Your family is gone. Your church isn't gonna give a shit. You're just gonna get ostracized. You have no one.
I have the memories that they left with me. I have what Matthew taught me. I had what I wanted to teach my kids. Those memories aren't getting taken away from me. I just need to use that to help push myself through whatever comes ahead.
Oh, you'll push through whatever comes ahead, really? You think it's that easy? You'll push through, you'll try to make a new family, make a new life, and you'll fail. You're just gonna push everyone away again because you're nothing but angry. That is all you do. That you will always fail because that is what humans do.
Yeah, that is what humans do. We try and we try and we fail. And we fail and we keep going. That's what it means to be human.
What, that's it? So what, you're just gonna... Your big revelation is you're a fuck up like everyone else? Good job! I'm so proud! Fine, whatever, that's it then? You're not gonna take the shot?
No.
Fine. Whatever. I can't get through to you. But him... he knows what he is. Alright. Junior. How do you know that a better version of yourself isn't who you were before? You used to turn human chaos into sense. You know as well as I do that the world already belongs to the Black Stars. We're just putting everything in its place. You are either an instrument or you are sheep. So become a better person and follow me once again. It'll hurt. You've still got that piece of humanity in you, and that will burn when you strike her down. But that hurt is her justice. That's your punishment. And then after that, well, growing pains are necessary. You can grow beyond all this. You can be one of my soldiers once again.
People should be able to fight back.
What?
They should be able to do something. They should be able to do something different.
You know that's not how that works. All things have their place. The most people can do is struggle futilely. And when I'm done, there will be no more choice, no more mess, and no more struggle.
But it's not a good story if there's no struggle, right? Somebody has to be struggling. It's not a good story if there's nobody to fight against it. I want to fight.
It's not your job to fight. Sure, people will struggle against you, but they'll lose. You've been given the privilege of security. You've been given the privilege to not have to choose. That's been the whole point. Look, there's a good story here. You're the one cleaning up the world. You don't have to be the one that struggles here. The others will struggle. You're safe.
Well, the safety isn't worth it. You said I already was my best self when I was the Grace Killer, but I lived for 3 years trying out different selves, and the only one I regret is that one. All I wanted was to do something good, and I was make people happy without killing anyone. And even here in these murder games, I was a better person. I made Christine happy. I made a lot of people happy, and I made Christine happy. And that's all I wanted. And sure, maybe in the grand scheme of things, it's better to appease the gods or whatever, but my goal is just to make people happy, and I want to fight with them. I don't care if that makes me a sheep, even if it's not forever.
So you won't do it then? You won't shoot
No.
her? Typical. Stupid humans can never figure out what's best for them. This would all go so much easier if you'd both just play your parts. You already made your choices. You want to be a better person, Junior? Time to put the mask back on.
What are you doing? What?
That?
No.
There we go. That's
No,
it. This
I
feels
didn't wanna-
familiar, right? There we go. Come on.
Take it off.
No. No. This is staying right on because you have a job to do. There's still 1 Forks left, so take aim. Don't worry. It'll be quick. All it takes is 1 shot. I will make you be the best version of yourself whether you like it or not. Christine, you won't take your revenge? Fine. Then he'll suffer this lesson and you'll die. I'll admit it's messy, but I'm out of options here. The story must be completed, and your wishes must be granted, and this is the only way to move forward. So let's go. 3, 2, 1.
No!
Excuse me?
No, this is wrong. This isn't moving forward. This is back where we were. This is just going back to what we were doing before. This is the same spot. This isn't moving anywhere other than where we've been. Junior, we can't keep doing this. We can't just keep going around and around in this cycle of suffering, of pain and terror. It has to stop. It has to stop going back. I don't know if you are, but I'm sick and tired of being stuck in this stasis. I want to keep moving forward and onward, but I can't do that unless you do too. Junior, you have to let go of what's happened so we can move forward. Please let go of the gun.
So tired.
I know.
I'm so tired. I want to stop. I want to do something different. Please.
And we can, but you have to let go of the gun.
It's down.
What do you two think you're doing? You have to complete the story. I have to grant your wish. You can't just stop that.
I'm done. I'm done. I asked to be someone else, right? But really, I was just being me over and over again, right? How can I be better if I'm never actually just take me and be me? I have to change me.
But I let you be you. I was just doing that. Why are you complaining?
Because that's not me anymore. I'm not the Grace Killer anymore. I'm just Junior.
Well, Okay, fine. Good for you. You're Junior. Good for you. Christine has to get her revenge. You can't just get away with this shit. Congratulations, you're a different person. You still have to suffer. She still has to get her revenge. I have to grant her wish!
It's not your definition of revenge. It's mine. My name is Christine Force, and I've had enough!
Humans... You can't... He hurt you. He lost his humanity. He can't just... You can't just let that go! You can't! Fine. Fine. Here's your fucking ending, since I'm obligated to narrate it. The firebrand lays down her sword and lifts the penitent out of the fucking rubble. They leave their past behind, they walk arm in arm from this dark room and out onto an unfamiliar path. They forge new bonds, they grow and change, and fucking gag me, congratulations on your reconciliation. You did it! You won! Yay for you! Are you fucking happy now?
Yeah.
Great. Go fucking celebrate or whatever. Get out of my sight.
So that's how I took a boulder to my shoulder. Oh! Hey, welcome back.
Oh! Back.
Welcome back. I would wave, but I seem to be missing an arm.
God, don't. Just need to calm down.
We're back.
You don't have to say anything. We saw it all.
Grace, get over here. Lay down. I see what you're doing. Let me move.
Okay.
Okay, down you go. I'm gonna get some bandages.
Oh.
I'll make sure that doesn't
Yeah.
fall out.
I think I found
Yeah,
some
thanks.
peroxide somewhere around here.
Fucking don't worry about infection and hell. You're gonna get infected either way.
Hey, anything is better than nothing.
Yeah, well, I might as well be pouring the fucking whiskey on her stomach. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. Just grab something
actually-
so it doesn't fall out.
Oh, right, alright.
God, just let me
Like
help
duct
you.
tape works.
Why are you moving, Vincent? You're still fucking hurt too. Just
Yeah,
no. Don't even
Yeah,
finish your sentence. Just sit.
I was
Oh,
helping
okay,
him
I
and
get
then
it.
an arm fell off, so...
look, it's fine.
It's not. Just sit down, okay?
Matters is we managed to do it. Got away.
Oh, there he goes again.
That's a concussion.
Yeah,
It's
so
okay.
It's
just
a little
Easy.
more than a concussion. It seems to be a hole in his fucking head.
yeah.
These'll heal, right?
Hopefully.
It will if
I
you
don't-
relax, probably.
Please,
Just-
Ray.
Maybe.
Thank you, guys, by the way.
Don't mention. Yeah, what are your friends for and all that shit? Oh, God. Who else wants some? I
God,
think there's
yes.
a little left in the bottle. Ugh.
I think we could all do some celebration per se.
Sounds nice. I think I'm Anyway. Ugh.
I think we're good. I think we've celebrated our celebration out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Let's celebrate by, resting.
Please.
That's boring, but okay.
No. Buddy's right.
Percy, where's that duct tape?
Right here, Mr. Reed.
Why are you using
Alright.
duct tape?
Fucking, do you think she has bandages? Is there
Fair.
bandages?
Then let me look, okay?
Look, I'm not a doctor. Doc, what are you doing? Get over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't have an arm, Mr. Reed. I'm kind of busy.
Well, you have a head. Just fucking tell me.
I'm not a medical doctor.
Oh, fuck.
You. I may not be a doctor, but I'm a mother. Let's see what I can find, okay? Just.
What kind of ending is this? They're ignoring the consequences of their actions. Or, no, I guess that's not right. They chose their own consequences, and they can't do that. If you make a wish, there is a price. If you fuck up, there must be punishment. If you take an action, the plot must come to a logical conclusion. They aren't supposed to grant their own wishes. That's my job. The Awakened keep spitting in my face. Here, I've been showing them how nice I can be this season, but... Fuck. That's it, isn't it? Percy, Christine, Junior, they all changed their minds once they got the full story. And, admittedly, I didn't take that rejection well. I've gone off the rails here, let my emotions get the best of me. Surely I can find a better way to sweeten the deal. Yeah, okay. I'll need some time to put this together, take a bit of a breather. That's fine, the Awakened could use some time to heal anyway. Let's enjoy the calm before the storm, shall we?